Everybody, how you doing? My name is IMANI VANZAP, and I am here with my babies on hashtag Birds TV. Please remember to rate, comment, like, share, all those wonderful things as they and I become.
This is week 108. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chobix Music again. But hear my voice, you know what that means. It's time for all the tea right here on Verse TV. And today is a very special day because I have someone very near and dear to my heart in the building. Social media's #1 auntie, Imani VanZap, ladies and gentlemen in the building.
How y'all doing? How's it
Oh,
going?
I love you. Oh,
Thank you for having me. I'm so glad to be here.
Yes, and thank you for being here, Queen. We really appreciate you being here. And so, let's get right into the all the tea because some people just want to know your business. But we gonna get in there just right, just right. So,
Okay.
first and foremost, for those people who are part of our audience who may not yet know where you're from, let us know where you're from and tell us a little bit about your origin story.
So my origin story, I'm originally from Columbus, Ohio, so I'm Midwest.
Whoop, shout out to Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah. And basically, just a small town child, went to church like everybody else and had talents and gifts that eventually caused me to outgrow the pot that I was placed in the beginning. So it was time to uproot and go somewhere else. And that led me first to Japan and teaching over there for about 8 years and then to Atlanta.
Come on now. Up from the West to Japan to the ATL. Come on, that's a journey.
Who would have thought?
That is a journey.
Yeah.
Who would have thought, right?
Right.
So, how has your origin influenced you and influenced your work?
I would definitely say it's kept me open-minded. The good thing about living in the Midwest is that even though there is a great conservative part of Ohio, and in particular Columbus, it was open-minded enough to where you were encouraged to, pursue your dreams and figure out what your gifts and talents and desires are and to nurture those things and to become, something more than what you thought. But I've kept those teachings with me, kept the spiritual base as well as my professional base that I really feel that the Midwest helped me with.
Come on now, Midwest. You see you out here making stars, okay, Midwest?
Listen, okay.
Paying attention.
I know that's right.
In recent previous generations, where are your family roots? What are your family roots like?
So everybody is Southern. So the real deal of that is I'm adopted. And so blood related, I don't know where I come from. But as far as familial, dynamics and things like that, everyone's from the South. So mother and father, mom and pop, Dillard, are from Beckley, West Virginia. Dad and his family at the time moved to Ohio when he was about 17 or 18, I believe, or something like that. Him and my mother met at a church convention, and then they got married, and she ended up moving to Ohio, and the rest of history was now.
Come on now. Mom and pop. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, strong foundation.
So, it's needed.
You know what? Always, as much as you can. So you're so fearless and you're so free. Have you always been this way, or is this something in your life that was like an awakening moment for you to say, "Hey, I gotta bust through this and be myself"? How did this happen to you?
I've always been a very creatively generous person. Creativity was always something that thrived in me as a child, and the very nature of what that brings is something that has always been natural for me. The part that I had to nurture was the exterior, as far as how to make everything look, how to sharpen things so that they're more digestible to different audiences, depending on who you're dealing with. So it's a mixture of nature and nurture when it comes down to who I am as a creative versus what I've been putting out in the world.
Oh, that was deep. I hope y'all caught that. Some of y'all catch that on Tuesday.
There's gonna be a lot of nuggets. We're gonna drop a lot of nuggets on you tonight.
Listen, and we appreciate it all. I'm definitely listening. So this is really important. From where did you make the choice for the beautiful and memorable name Imani VanZap? Where did it come from? Where did she come from?
So, for those that are familiar with the person I'm getting ready to reference, very clearly in the beginning, all this was a parody of the amazing Iyanla Vanzant. And a really, really, really good friend of my nephew, I like to say Eric, my nephew, his name is Lewis. That's Eric's best friend. They were talking about this character that Eric had kind of come up with, what she would talk like, what she would look like, what her basis would be about as far as like who she would reach, all those different sort of things. And what started out as a parody immediately rang with people in terms of love. It immediately rang with people in terms of information, things that they could take away and apply to their own lives. And after a while, this human element came. And so once the human element came to the before parody, you have a whole person now that has thoughts
Right.
and feelings and aspirations and a family all my own and all those things.
Right.
So it's been a story that has, like you said yourself with your platform, has unraveled over the course of about 3 years, this particular platform, and I've seen great success with it.
Come on now, because I know that you always get that question, and I've always wanted to know myself, where did it all come from? So I'm glad to know
Yeah.
that. So if anybody wants to know, they can get it right here on TV. Just send them here. I already interviewed. Go right
Yeah.
over there and find out.
Yeah. Okay.
And so, right. And for those of you who may not know where Auntie is, like where she's mainly seen, you got to check out Chasing Reality on YouTube. So I'm a big Chasing Reality fan.
Yes.
And I've been watching since season 1 when it started with Atlanta. And so Auntie is on there every week giving a 1-2 about the 3 and the 4, the 5 and the 6. And she's letting them have it. If it's not right, Auntie gonna say it's not
I'm
right.
gonna say something.
And
I'm
if
gonna
it's
say
making
it.
you stronger and better, than Auntie's gonna tell you.
And that's I'll try. Sometimes they don't want me to tell them how to do it. They want to be strong. Some of them want to be stronger and better on their own terms. I'm like, you can't do it like that. So
it don't work like that when you're in the public eye. Like you say, when you're in the public eye and you put your life up there on public display, there are things that you do put yourself at risk for. And so with that, it comes all of it. And you got to be willing to take it on.
Yes,
like
right, exactly. I would definitely would say like Chasing Reality is probably, as I have pinned it now, I just came in and just called it something else. To me, it's more artist development. I think that the premise of the show is chasing reality, chasing your dreams or whatever, which is wonderful. But the more that we're getting into it, this show is actually birthing stars. There are people that, Oliver Twist is on WeTV now.
Yep.
Lauren London, Lauren England, she's doing her thing now, and everyone's finding their own path in the world. That I believe the show has been like a launching pad for, very much like the Cosby Show was, or In Living Color, where a lot of careers, big careers, are birthed out of this platform.
I definitely noticed that because I've been following and I've been seeing that. I do know that, and that's why I pay attention to it. Because there's so many other YouTube reality show companies out here doing their thing, and I watch them too. But I've been really religiously watching Chasing Reality because I ended up meeting some of the stars from Atlanta at Fashion Week here in New York. So I became friends with some of them. So for me, it was like it's like you. Like I see these things happen in front of my eyes and it becomes a reality. For me, I'm all about making it a reality. So that's why, this is why I need you to sort of help them come and make it a reality and make New York a thing. Because I've been trying to talk to them about making New York a thing out here with Chasing. Tell them stop playing because we're making movies out here, okay? And now, honestly, we're going to talk later on too. But back to Chasing Reality. In this particular season, now I'm chasing LA. I see with all that's transpired just over the summertime, over this past year, especially with Trends on the Color. On the first season of Chasing LA, I see you weren't here for the misappropriations and the misgendering. Can you give us a sip of tea, a little sip of all the tea on your feelings and how you thought about that and just overall in general, and then what was going on when it came to the LA and how things, the girls couldn't get it together. They didn't know who was who and what was what.
So this was my take on LA. And it's for those that have followed the show to any degree, especially if you're like a diehard fan of the show, you'll immediately see that my critiques are very different than what I've done on Dallas and Atlanta. And a great part of that was the dynamic of the show and the way that it's structured, in my opinion, was not, they're still in season, was not beginning on brand. It seemed to be, we just wanted to get you together to fight. I understand the conflict. Everybody understands conflict is what really powers reality TV, which I think is a great thing. But when you get it to the point to where the conflict is exploiting the darkest shadows of an already disenfranchised community, so you're using the community's pain to get ratings, I've got to approach it differently, and that's what I saw. When I saw that there were, I'm going to say it this way, when I saw that there were not necessarily transphobic people or colorist people, but people that knew how to make a transphobic comment or a colorist comment, that that this is what will get the audience riled up. I don't believe, and this is just me, I can't read anybody's mind. I'm not going to immediately pin you as the devil. I'll let you sit in purgatory of my confusion first before I send you somewhere. You know what I mean? And so I've seen it done before with independent reality TV where they make a villain out of someone, but they don't understand that that person is not insulated with the right media combativeness to come against such harsh labeling. So I couldn't just go with it and say, oh, you're a transphobe. I don't do that. I know a lot of people that do, they get mad and you say something that sounds like a colorist comment. Oh, you're a colorist. I don't do that to people. That's why I invite most of the people to come on my show and have a conversation with me. And then when you find out that, oh, okay, you're really not like that, you have some redeeming moments.
Right. Yeah. And I think that the great way how you counteract that is with doing what you're doing by bringing them on your show. Yeah. It's like, look, that's not what I'm trying to do. So let's talk about it. Because that's what grown folks do. Let's have a conversation. Let's put it out there so we can walk away from this, because we can teach other people in doing this in this process. Because that's all it takes is just to say, hey, look, let's have a conversation.
The internet is forever. The internet, and I'm gonna say it, I know this is 101, but a lot of people still don't understand it or think that how serious it is. The internet is forever. So after all that is done, you know, you're still left out there looking a certain kind of way. And if there's no one there to help you redeem how you look, you will forever be looked at as a transphobe. You'll forever be looked at as misogynistic, unless you have somebody else to help you explain it more deeply. That's what I try to do.
And that's what Aunties out here doing. So don't try to come out like that.
They don't always like it, but I'm trying.
Right, they don't like it, but you know what it is, and I'm being is that people don't like the truth. Like, we're so petrified, and oh, okay, and so we'll pass over the truth just so that we don't have issues, because people like to have adult temper tantrums now. It's so huge. All of these adults want to have temper tantrums. It's like, enough is enough. So you're in place, put yourself in public, deal with it. I put myself in public every day by doing things like this, doing this show 2 years. But hey, I know that for a fact I stand by what I say. And if I said something that wasn't appropriate or in the moment, I'm man enough to say, hey, I apologize. That's all.
That's all it takes.
And so, anyway, you have really become social media's #1 auntie, uplifting and inspiring many. Did you ever expect that you will become the beloved auntie IMANI VANZAP?
No. The way that and we were kind of talking about this earlier, I knew that I always wanted to be inspirational. I knew I wanted to reach large groups of people. Like, that was always there, but how that happens, like what that ends up looking like, I had to be open to letting that change over time. And so my being an original playwright and a film person, these were things I was going after. I love bringing people together, and I know that's going to be a part of the journey later on. But I didn't know that it was going to turn into this. I thought it was just going to be a parody that would be kind of funny, something that I felt I needed to get out there. If anything, I felt I would be more of like a life coach, which that is kind of what this is. But I thought that's where it would kind of cap and stay. I didn't know that it was going to turn into a deeper connection with my audience, to where a lot of them feel like they're related to me. So
Auntie's a big title, right? And I feel related.
Yeah.
So I feel like them. That's why I feel like this moment was so special to me, because we as people on the other side see you doing your thing, and then it's just like you really respond and get involved with people. It's not like you're just up there sitting there doing it. You really invest yourself. So so people can see that Auntie's auntie. Y'all see that? Y'all see that Auntie is auntie. Okay.
That is it. That's it.
So tell me this: what has been the hardest part of your professional pursuits?
Listen, okay. Everything is really easy. So all my website, all my social media is at IMANI VANZAP. That's it, IMANIVANZAP.com. All social media is at IMANI VANZAP. Everything is very simple. So if you just type in the name, I'm the only one that's out there. That if you type in IMANI V, as soon as you get to the V, it's there.